Hi everyone, I hope that you guys are all doing well and shining your beautiful light bright. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. I feel that I really needed a moment to just pause. I've been on the go nonstop. As you guys saw, 2025 was a year whereby everything moved so fast. I didn't have a chance to really pause and just reintegrate this new person that I've become. I had to take a little break off to just get myself together and all of these new changes, basically adapt into this new environment that I've put myself in. Last year, 2025, during the beginning of the year, which was like around February, I found out that I was going to be laid off from my job. The company that I work for, it is planning on closing by the summertime. During the time of being employed, I was an operation and logistics and customer service manager. I held a lot of responsibilities, I held a lot of roles. It was very dynamic, quick moving, and finding that out was like world shattering because I'm like, okay, I'm presented with this choice, and what's my next choice gonna be? What's the best decision for me moving forward? The company was gonna be closing by June. We had a lot to do, especially on the back end, because I was like the one serving as the communicator for the clients, getting ready through the back end to move all the inventory, find with the team where inventory was gonna go, etc., etc., etc. So basically planning the closing of the company with the team. I always start my birthday trip planning of where I want to go early in the year, and then I book everything 2 months before June. So in April. I don't like to spend my birthday in the city. I like to travel and I like to give myself something that is adding into my identity and my memory bank. I decided to do something I've never done before, which was travel across the world and bring my son with me into Southeast Asia. It was a lot of planning that took place, especially just the logistics of the stops and making sure that everything was booked, doing a lot of research, and then also packing. That was how the first half of the year started, right? And I took my birthday trip with Poseidon, my son. It was so beautiful. It was completely amazing. I mean, we had the best time, and it's a memory that he's gonna cherish for a lifetime. Especially since a lot of people say, oh my god, like Bali, that's my dream vacation spot. I hope to go there someday. Da 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 da. But what stops a lot of people is the airplane ticket prices and then also the logistics of just all of that. Is very compact and you have to be able to pay a lot of attention to details. We left late June, came back mid July, and when I stepped foot in Harlem in Wagner Projects, I just felt this weird sensation of this environment no longer serves who I need to become. This environment is no longer conducive to what I want to accomplish. I feel that that was my home, that was where I was raised, and it served its purpose. And I just felt like it was time to grow out of that. So mid July, I came to my father's house. I just felt this peace that was what I needed. Like, I needed to have this kind of peacefulness, this kind of elevation almost. And I love when I go on hikes and I can see New York City. Sometimes you have to zoom out of your perspective. Sometimes you have to move from that point of view that you're currently in to see a little bit more clearer, a little bit more better. I started to think to myself, like, what if, I can really do this? Like, I can really move to New Jersey and just change my entire environment. Not only for me, but for my son as well, because I feel that he deserves to be in a better environment too. The projects is not a great environment to raise boys in. I say girls are a little bit more different, but specifically boys, right? So I stayed like 2 weeks at my dad's house in July. I made the decision. I talked to everyone, family members, my dad, my stepmom, and my siblings to see how they would feel about me just moving in and would they be okay with having a new dynamic around, basically. They all agreed, so I'm like, okay, I'm making my decision. I chose by the end of August to move in, and it's only been 5 months. It's been a transition, getting myself adjusted to a new environment, and then also getting my son adjusted to a new environment, and then just thinking about what it is that I'm gonna do with my life now that I don't have a job and I don't have that safety net to fall back on. And I mean, the safety net is always available. I can always fall back on the safety net. But as this woman who I've become, and after everything I've experienced, the systems that I've gone through, the environment that I've gone through, what's the best choice for me? And how can I capitalize having this time now to myself to work on myself and place all bets on me? And figuring out how to do that in a way that is authentic and finding the language for what it is that I want to do as a career moving forward, and not as myself as a business, but an extension of myself as a business. Because I do feel that when you position yourself as a business, then you're positioning yourself to a certain image. And if you go against that image that you're portraying, then it's like almost a betrayal to your fans or your supporters, because they're looking at you to have a certain image. So like Emma Gray, right? She is the mastermind behind the Kardashians brand. She's Kim Kardashian's co-founder with Skims. She's Good American's co-founder with Chloe. She has the Safely company with Kris Jenner. She's basically an extension of the brand because she sells her intelligence. She's not selling her likeness as Kim Kardashian does, which Kim Kardashian, she has a certain image that she does have to maintain in a way. She has made her personal life a business, while Emma Grade, she has made her professional life her business. And I've been thinking about how I want to make my professional life my business and less personal, because I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person. I'll put myself out there, but I won't put everything about myself out there, because I do feel that there are some things that you should keep about yourself private. That's what builds up mystery. That's what builds up other people wanting to know more about you, versus it all just being out there in the open and you seeming like everyone else, versus keeping a little bit of dignity to yourself. I do feel that professionalism is basically the way that you carry your intelligence. How is it that you can create a business out of thought, out of an idea, out of a service that you have to offer? So it's kind of like I myself shouldn't be the business. What should be my business is my intelligence, and my offering shouldn't be my personal life, but it should be a branch of it. So that's what I've kind of been processing, and just thinking about how I should show up on social media, thinking about how can I build a foundation that I need right now to go to where I see myself. I've been writing a lot of Patreon articles. I'm going to be linking it down in the description below. I want to help people make better decisions and move with clarity when you're facing a choice and you don't know which direction to take. All you need is an outsider to come in and give you an unbiased opinion that you wouldn't receive from anyone close to you, because they might just be trying to agree with what you're saying, or they might not see your vision. So that's what I'm doing right now, and a lot of exciting things coming. Check out my articles. I love just sharing new ideas. I love sharing new perspective, new forms of thinking, something that is not widely available now on the internet, because everyone is just following trends, or everyone is just talking about the news, or everyone is just talking about negativity. Everyone is just wants to be a content creator and saying things but not really living it, not really showing how it is that you live it, and kind of dissecting certain frameworks, certain ideas, certain thoughts. So that's what I do. So yeah, 2025 was definitely a year for me where I truly was learning how to embody this new woman, and now 2026 is all about bringing all of my ideas into fruition, actually doing the work that I need to do for myself. These past couple of years I've been focusing on input, but now is the time for me to create these outer frameworks that match my new inner framework. But to do that, first you have to get to know who you are, right? You have to see the holes in the way that you operate. You have to question what identity is leading the show, which identity is your most powerful one, and is that identity who you really see yourself as, or are you just letting your ego lead the show? Like, who's running the show? You have to see the holes in your operations, in your foundation, to build stronger, to repair those holes that are in the operation. You have to get out of letting your environment influencing you, to you influencing your reality, your environment, and what it is that you see yourself deserving as and worthy of. So the whole point of this message was to basically share with you guys that I needed some time to myself to adapt my nervous system, to adapt my emotional body into this new environment, and to allow my nervous system to catch up to my mind, because usually your mind changes first before your body is able to. And your emotional body, your nervous system is always gonna lag, because you're retraining trillions of cells into this new form of thought, into this new way of thinking, into this new way of living, into this new environment. And it is gonna take some time for all of those cells to start adapting and start being integrated and start synergizing with your new form of thinking. And it is a process, and you do have to make sure that you're doing things that ground you into the moment, into the present moment, and allowing your nervous system to feel safe, and creating these rituals for you that allow you to feel comfortable, welcomed, relaxed, not always alert, not always in that flight or fight mode. So make sure to give yourself grace. Make sure to give yourself kindness. If you are going through something and your mind is moving a little faster than your body, you have to allow your body to catch up to the new thoughts that you're having. You have to allow your body to integrate with your mind, and you have to create coherence between your heart and your mind. And you have to be kind to yourself and give yourself grace. Thank you so much for tuning in to this life update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join my community on Patreon for deep dive insights. Continue to do better, be better, and know better, because that's really all you have is your intelligence and how you use it, and do you put it to work when the experience arrives to do better. Okay, so later guys.